Hello, Outriders, and welcome to the show. Yes, there was no intro to this episode. I didn't want to confuse anybody because we're doing a very special episode today. Mini Extravaganza was last weekend, so we've got a extra large crew for an extra large topic to discuss today. I'm Outrider Matt, and with me today
is Outrider Dan. And was that a comment about my weight?
Yes, it was. I'm glad you picked up on that. Okay. Been meaning to talk to you about it.
Yeah, so I've been out a couple weeks, or a couple episodes, I should say, and I'm glad to be back. And I have to give a special thanks to both Zane and Jeff for keeping the countdown going. 118 days, people.
Just you get it out of the way. Nobody cares. And, of course, we've got Clone Jeff. How you doing, bud?
Yes, I'm good. I actually thought you were going to edit that out, Matt, when I snuck it into the last episode.
Well, no, I wouldn't do that. That's part of our charm, right? We do have some charm, I think, and that'll count. I know. I'm really stretching there, but yes, Mini Extravaganza came out last weekend, and us Star Wars junkies had a lot to look at with both the Chatterpoint and the Legion stuff. Obviously, we do usually keep the two games separate with our Chatterpoint podcast and the Legion Outriders. But, we're just going to go ahead and divide it into the two main topics. So if you're only interested, I think we're doing Legion after the break. So Chatterpoint up first, but lots of fun stuff to talk about.
Well, I just kind of did it in chronological order, which Chatterpoint came out, had the first reveals during it. But yeah.
Cool. But first off, let's take a second to thank our patrons that make recording and publishing this podcast possible. If you would like to support the show, head on over to patreon.com/Legion Outriders. So what have you guys been up to? Let's start with Dan.
Well, had some life stuff come up, so I had to take a little break from both the podcast and a few events because we had
That's BS.
I know, life happens. It sucks, but everything's good now. We're on the other side of everything, and everyone came out okay. So we're
getting back to normal.
Yeah, whatever if you can call this normal, but
and we're stretching.
Yeah, but I have a painting backlog and a building backlog. It never seems to get smaller.
Nice. Yeah, and it never will, because if any miniature hobbyist ever got everything painted, you just die immediately. Jeff, what have you been doing?
As you can see, I've been exploring the galaxy.
We cannot see. This is a podcast.
You can see.
I can see.
And our patrons can see.
Yeah, Starfield. Lots of Starfield. I'm actually not recording this, so.
Well, crap.
Yeah. I told you were doing it for nothing.
It still looks good.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
But yeah, Starfield, I've been playing a lot of that. Yeah, just when I didn't think that anything can consume my life more than Baldur's Gate 3. Bethesda's like, hold my beer.
Yeah, it's a good game. I've been enjoying it. So
that's
what I've been up to, and building, when I'm not playing Starfield, building miniatures.
Nice. I got some more games of Chatterpoint in. So, usually I play more Legion, but got some of that. One of the guys out here, Gilthos, offered to actually do some base painting for my team that I'm working on, the Grievous Asajj Wunder team. And ended up basically painting them. So thank you. I was like, all right.
Was it like an accident? He was like, I started on the base and then I hit the top and just finished it.
He downplays it a lot, but he's like, oh, they're just the base colors. These are all with the airbrush. And it's like, that looks fantastic.
The brush just slipped and the entire thing's painted.
Whoopsie-doo. Here we go. So yeah, looking forward to some more games on that as I continue to build out my not Geonosian yet. Although that might be coming. We'll talk about that. But the CIS list I'm working on. Anyways, we got a lot to discuss. Starting, as you said, with the Chatterpoint reveal. Oh, wait, no, we got news first. I'm skipping ahead. I'm just anxious to get to all the cool reveals. Dan, what do you have for us on the news?
As far as Star Wars news, of course, still it's a little light on the media side because the SAG-AFTRA strike is still going on. as of recording. But we
Stay
did
strong,
actually,
guys.
yes, we did actually have a parks event called Destination D23, where there was a lot of talk about new things coming to some of the parks. But for Star Wars purposes, we finally found out what that very vague announcement of over a year ago that new stuff would be coming to Star Tours. They announced that Ahsoka content will be coming to Star Tours in 2024. Of course, Ahsoka is an amazing show, and we're going to keep up our no spoilers policy here. But
yeah,
I have a
it's
feeling
killing it in the ratings. Apparently,
Yeah.
it was like number 2 Nielsen. So yeah,
That's pretty good, because I thought I saw an article where they were saying that the first episode did great and then it just kind of fell off. But I ignored that article because I was avoiding spoilers. So
I think that's true with just about every show.
Well, that and it
Sometimes
was a double. The first episode was a double episode, so
right.
when they calculate watch minutes, it's technically doubled, and there's math. Stupid math.
I think it's great. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
So I'm assuming what in the recent episodes, events that have happened would be the most applicable to Star Tours. So no spoilers, of course. But anyway,
I can already imagine what the scenes are going to be like. So.
But also in the parks, well, specifically Disneyland, because in Disney World they have the policy of not putting any sequel trilogy character walk around characters. But Disneyland does have with the launch of the Ahsoka show, Ahsoka started being a walk around character, and then most recently announced that Hera and Chopper will be walk around characters.
Hey, that's cool.
And there's some videos out there of them already, and of course, Chopper does not do as much murder as he should in real, but
well, that would drop numbers of visitors at the park, so they can't do that.
Yeah, straight up murdering your droid. He goes over to the droid workshop and just goes on a rampage.
I really feel for the Hera, whoever's playing that, because those tentacles have got to be hot, right? The head tentacles,
the head tails, yeah,
Leku or whatever.
I mean, all the outfits they have to wear. I mean, Kylo Ren's walking around in a friggin' black cloak in Southern California / Orlando weather.
Well, at least the stormtrooper outfits, they've got some good ventilation option. No, never mind. Everything is just steamed clams out there.
Yeah, stormtroopers can't see or hear or aim. None of that.
Nope.
But Hasbro Pulse had their Hasbro Pulse Con as well. And they announced some new products. Among them, I think the breakout stars from Ahsoka, Baylan Skoll and Shin Hati.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Yes, rest in peace, Ray Stevenson.
Yeah, man, I was so bummed. I didn't realize he had died. But Holly was like, oh, yeah, he died recently. I was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah.
It was one of the last projects he worked on.
Good. Yeah.
13!
Yeah.
I loved him from Rome, but anyways.
But they also announced a Captain Rex helmet.
Yep.
Which I know you are a collector of helmets, Matt, so...
Yeah, I know. It's already sold out.
oh, you already went... and Sabine's lightsaber, and I'm like, really? They're naming it Sabine's lightsaber? Didn't Ezra just give it to her?
No, it's hers now.
Yeah.
They don't want to.
I wanted to say something, but I can't because it's a spoiler.
Don't say anything. Sabine's helmet, I think, is also coming up for pre-order. But one other thing. So check this out. That Kickstarter they did for the Ghost.
Oh, yes.
Which I think sold like 22,000 pre-order or something like that for this $500,
toy,
massive Ghost and Phantom and like collectible figures. Sold out completely. Were you getting one, Jeff?
No, I don't have $500 for that. I wish I did.
I didn't think we did either until I mentioned it to Holly, and she was pissed. Like, dude, she wanted one of those so bad, and I was.
It's gorgeous.
It is. It's amazing.
Cool model.
I was like, I never even thought in a million years you'd want to spend that much money on something like that. She's like, no, I love that. And,
she did buy you Jedi Master tickets to the last Star Wars celebration.
She gets her Star Wars freak on in very expensive ways, apparently. So she's like, where? I'm just trying to scrounge together some stormtrooper armor here. I mean, come on. And she's like, yeah.
I was laughing because I think the Ghost is Legion scale, but it's funny because it's like 3 feet wide, so it would take up half your table.
Oh yeah,
but beautiful, right?
Use it for a
just throw it on,
skirmish.
have your yeah. Takes with the whole table.
Yeah. Well, you can take the sides off and just play inside the ghost there.
Yeah. I brought my terrain, just one big piece. Actually, 2 pieces, because it does come with the Phantom.
It does. Yep. But anyways, I thought that was kind of funny. But
yeah,
super neat. Anything else on news? I think we got some events coming up soon.
Just got SoCal Open, October 21st to 22nd.
Yep. So I will see you guys there, is what I'd be saying if I didn't already have tickets to go to CitizenCon. So I'm sorry. I'll make SoCal Open next year. I gotta go to CitizenCon and get my copium. So.
Yeah, I do want to try to make it next year. This year I probably won't make it. I'm still kind of ironing out parental weekends and everything. So that's a higher priority.
You guys with your real life stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else we need to cover before we actually dive into the meat of the topic here?
There's so much meat here. We're gonna have,
it's the meatiest.
I've already got the meat sweats looking at this.
Matt's like that child that takes off all the bread and just eats the meat out of the sandwich.
Well, that's just
Matt?
empty calories and carbohydrates. You don't always, you need the lean proteins. That's what you're after.
Just shoves the lettuce out of the way and just dives right in.
Yeah, I like to take the breading off the McNugget so you can see the face looking at you.
The 3D printed face, the 3D printed chicken nugget face.
Man, if that was all that was going on.
Yeah. The most mechanically separated chicken.
Centrifuges were involved.
Yes.
Okay. So we got a lot of information about what's coming down the pipe for Atomic Mass Games, and specifically our 2 favorite Star Wars-y tabletop games. Where do we even want to start with this? Just kind of plow down the list.
Yeah.
You know, so we knew Plo Koon was coming.
Mm-hmm.
We still know that pack is coming. That's the Plo Koon, Padawan Ahsoka, Tano, Commander Wolf.
Yep.
Wolfpack Troopers. Yeah. Yep. There we go.
So definitely expect those promotional. I don't know if they're really promotional. The preview Ahsoka Tano figures on the secondary market. Those prices are just going to tank once this pack comes out. Of course.
So if you're trying to flip your Ahsoka, you got to move on that.
Yeah.
And we don't really know any dates either, except for the one new mission pack. That's November. I mean, we'll get to that later. But
I've got a date
they did say
2025.
No, in the streams they did say this stuff is coming out next year, early next year. So I think the first half of next year.
Yeah, because I've been talking with our FLGS owner. Even at the distribution level, he's not able to get dates for some of these things. So there is rumors that some things may come out this year, other than the mission pack, but we have no confirmation as of yet.
Until they get closer. I think they're playing it a little bit closer to the vest, so they don't have to worry about, hey, it was supposed to be out.
Yeah, but
I think they did say. Yeah, they did say in a stream too, one of the streams that I caught, they were saying that for the next 2 months, the last 2 months of the year, November, December, they kind of take a break for most of the team because holidays, there are a lot of holidays during that period. Yeah.
And in general, I think the cadence of releases for Shatterpoint overall is going to start spreading out, since that kind of the release window is kind of past now. And they've got a decent amount of content out already.
Got to give them a chance to get out there and get that nog.
Yeah.
Got to nog up. All right. Next one, we've got Fearless and Inventive Squad Pack.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, buddy. Yeah.
The R2-D2 meta is here.
Yep. That's it. But
get another bounty hunter. I'm excited for Boush Leia.
Is that how you say that?
Yeah. Boush.
Like a Bausch. Oh.
Bausch.
The Mighty Boush.
Yeah, the Mighty Boush, yes. And, of course, Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker's in there as the primary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lando and R2-D2 support. Lando needs to be his own primary, damn it. And all of his support and secondaries are just different, him with different capes on. So.
I can just imagine.
News. Apparently, old Don Glover is going to be doing a Lando movie, from what I saw
Yeah, I didn't put that in the news because it was literally just unsubstantiated. A person claiming to be on the crew.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Yeah.
Grain of salt.
With the strike, there is so much I heard this rumors coming out of Hollywood that I'm like, I'm not even gonna. And I'm one for the Hollywood rumor mill in politics.
Yes. Thank you for not saying that other word.
But back to the Fearless and Inventive Squad pack. They did announce there would be actually quite a bit of customization for these models.
Oh, that's cool. So head swaps for Leia, probably.
Head swaps.
Leia, Lando, and R2.
Yeah.
And Luke. Because Luke will have different tunics.
Oh, okay.
He'll have different what?
So in the pictures we have up here, at least the ones I got up here, it shows Luke with the two little tabards coming down his tunic, so to speak. That is the Jabba's Palace Rescue version of his outfit.
Yeah. Okay.
They said that he will also have a torso matching the throne room version of his outfit as well.
Yeah, which I think
they should have given him. They should have given him a lightsaber or a giant bone. Like,
maybe they will. Who knows?
The hobbyers are going to get that in there. But yes, Leia will of course be helmet or helmetless, and also either handout or holding a thermal detonator.
There's one option on both of those.
Yeah, I can see they got one with her. She's extending it in her left hand.
Mm-hmm.
That's a rock. You just made a clicking sound with your mouth.
And I believe Lando should have a helmet and helmetless option, as well as all the bar accoutrements for R2-D2 will be optional as well.
Oh, yeah.
But so is it a thermal detonator, or is it one of the sodas from the
Galaxy's
Disneyland park?
That is a Diet Coca-Cola. What are you
I
doing?
wasn't planning on getting this pack, but now just to paint that.
You got your choice of that or Sprite, I think. So
that's probably the Diet Coke one. There's like 4 different ones.
Yeah. And you can put them all. You can put a bunch of them on R2-D2's head. Just a bunch of different soda options. Sorry,
so Shatterpoint, I was trying to curate my purchases, and you're not helping.
Yeah, just giving you ideas.
Okay, on to the next one. We've got Fear and Dead Men.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
I mean
this is squad.
It's Darth Vader. Surprise! Yeah.
I only have one qualm with this pack, and that's the flying nun cape of Vader. It's an excessive amount of.
Hey man, Dark Lords of the Sith like it windy. What can you say?
I mean, Anakin is dramatic AF, so this makes sense.
I could see that. They definitely want to differentiate the different, because there's already another Vader sculpt out there that's a little bit more static. So introducing some... Well, Darth Vader isn't known for doing his like flips through the air and acrobatics. So you've only got so much room to... lend motion to his sculpt.
Well, there's only like 4 sculpts in Legion of Vader already with all different things. But anyway,
the last time he tried to flip through the air, it ended very poorly. So I mean, can't blame him.
Kind of avoids it now.
You could just an idea, Dan. Sculpt him like the other way around, where the cape's like flipping over his head. He's standing the wrong way in the wind. I mean, a little less dramatic, but
a little Robot Chicken-esque there. Yep. But the big reveal we got out of that pack was that's the sergeant, stormtrooper sergeant.
Yeah.
I mean, another 3-cost secondary, our second one in the game. It's going to enable the Inquisitor list with a lot more synergy than pawns.
Do we know how many points the regular stormtroopers are going to be for the support?
Oh, they announced verbally. They said it was 4.
Oh, okay.
So this Vader will be 7, just like his dual pack counterpart.
Makes sense. Yeah, he looks pretty neat. I know you're going to pick up that pack, Dan.
Oh yeah. No, as soon as our local game store puts it on pre-order, it's shut up and take my money.
Yeah, for sure.
There's only one pack I'm looking forward to more than this one, and we'll get to that in a little bit.
Right? Is it next?
No, it's not next. We got some furry little bears.
Yep.
And an interesting face sculpt coming up.
Oh boy. Okay, yes. This is the one I heard the most opinions about, I guess we should say.
That's a nice way of saying it.
Ichiwama, which I always thought it was Ichiwawa, but whatever.
I thought it was more Aichiwawa.
I mean, anybody
says in the movie.
Yeah. Chihuahua, yeah. But anyways, that's the Leia Freedom Fighter as your primary, which that's interesting. Leia's a primary. Chief Chirpa also, is that another primary? I didn't realize.
So it's going to be a
So you got dual
5 unit, 4 unit. I'm sorry, 2 primary pack.
Poplu, hopefully on speeder bike, and some Ewok hunters as support.
The only thing
yeah, we all 3 start at the same time.
Go ahead, Jeff. You haven't said much.
So I was going to say they showed the Ewok models, and there was 2 with the same pose, right? Was that a placeholder? Do we know?
No,
because I know they did that in another
here.
stream. Yeah.
Hopefully,
the picture of the support is literally a copy paste down to like the basing details. So,
is it? Yeah, I guess so. One raised foot. They're just standing on different things. So
yeah, I know they did that in Legion for one of the models, but if you looked at the silhouettes of the preview for that, the models did have different silhouettes. So it was almost like they just, I don't know, maybe it's early.
We'll see.
I mean, worst case, if it is just a duplicate sculpt, you can just rearrange the positions of the Ewoks on the base, just like rearranging the B1s to make them look different,
And paint them different colors.
Yeah.
Also, I'm curious who did Leia's makeup in this one.
I'm gonna assume
makeup or her face.
That looks like
one that surprised me.
You know that one Doctor Who episode where they had like the last human being and it was just a stretched out face?
Yeah.
And they had to keep moist.
Yeah.
Getting those same vibes.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume, for this model's sake, that based on her art, too, that they're going to have an alternate head sculpt with the helmet on.
Yay. Good.
Wasn't confirmed, but I'm going to assume that.
Yeah, you would think, if there's ever a case for it. And then you got the Ewok hunters with bows, and they're copy-paste. It's fine. They're just little support guys.
Her art, though, like the art for the character looks amazing.
It looks great.
All
this art looks amazing. Like I love the art for Chatterpoint.
Same here.
Okay, let's see. There was also the Yub Nub. We're not done with Ewoks.
No, they're having 2 boxes.
2 boxes. Yub Nub Squad Pack. So you can do a full-on Ewok theme force if you want to.
Yes.
Go do it. Featuring Logray, R2-D2, and 3PO as secondary, and then Wicket secondary. And then Ewok Trappers support, which, what are the Trappers? Yeah, they got little, like, spears and...
Yep, so Ewoks with bows, Ewoks with spears.
I'm actually surprised that you recognized... I'm surprised that you recognized C-3PO.
well, he didn't have the red arms, so that's... We got him. All right. Yeah, and we're not going to go through like all their abilities, clearly. We're just kind of giving impressions. All this stuff's up online, and this would be like a 5-hour podcast. I mean, they already had many extravaganzas, so this has been done.
So what's the over-under on John actually coming back to play the game with this?
I wouldn't bet on it.
Sure, he'll play one game, and then the dog will cross the road, and he'll go chase that for a while, so...
He'll buy everything to play one game. Yeah. Buy everything, get it painted. Yeah.
And it'll,
Okay.
Right. So the mission. Yeah, the only thing we have a known date for, which is November. Interesting layout. Instead of 9, I forgot the name for it, the points. Objectives points. Yeah. Brain fart there.
What?
It's 7 of them in kind of a donut or a disc or ring shape around a center point.
That'd be nice.
Is it a hexagon kind of with a dot in the middle?
Because I think people have mathed the starter missions that we've got to death. So,
yes.
Man.
Well, because it's a ring, they're actually going to be closer to each other than the deck that came in the core box. the 9.1. So I think this may lean, just by sheer distance between them, I think this may lean towards a little bit more power to melee characters.
Yeah, because it looks like you could stand in the middle of some of the closer ones on each like top and bottom board edge and maybe control 2 of them.
Okay. But yeah, more mission variety. That's always a good thing. Yeah. So I'm actually kind of surprised they're getting out as quick as they are, but I'm glad they are.
I'm glad, and it looks like they already had it planned because we were talking about it in our local chat, and the rules for it are already in place. So pretty much when you build your strike team, you would have a mission pack selected. So you have the core mission pack, which I can't remember the name of right now, and then this new one is the second one, Sabotage Showdown, and that all of the deployment or the mission card, all of your objective placement cards, like that's one whole pack. Which was confusing a couple people. But you have to take it with that one because it matches the pattern.
Right. Yeah. So you can't mix and match. They have an icon in the corner for which mission pack that is. So yeah, if anyone is confused, can I mix and match these cards? No, you can't.
Yeah, because that wouldn't work.
It'll be part of the army building process now, is we actually have to select between one of the 2 mission packs, and first player will bring their mission pack, whoever first player is.
Yeah, hopefully we'll
they choose.
Sorry.
First player chooses which mission pack they want, or which mission they want. So there's no hidden information in the game when you're setting up or whatever. So you'll know what mission pack your opponent has, which is kind of weird because why would you? I guess you could look at your opponent's list and say, "Hey, I like yours a little bit better for this matchup or whatever."
Can't see that happening too much. Once we get enough variety in the mission packs that people can kind of tune lists to a specific one.
Yeah.
You'd obviously want to bring the one that's tuned to your list.
Yeah. This one looks fun though. It's got some different abilities that trigger that add an ability to your character, I think, the one that's activating.
Yeah, so
that's neat.
I think when you're using the Shatterpoint card, the character you activate gets a additional activated ability.
Yeah, something like that.
And each card has a different one. So that's going to be interesting.
There's more strategy. Cool.
It leans into what Shatterpoint brings, I think, which is the tactics that are ever changing.
Yeah. One small little detail I'm noticing on these, of the 9 cards, only 3 of them have 2 map options. Like in the current mission pack where it struggles 2 and 3, how the losing player can choose between 2 different map layouts.
Yeah.
So it looks like there's only that choice can only happen on one of the struggles with this map pack or mission pack.
I kind of see what you're saying. Like you might get one where you don't get to choose. You just take the one that's available.
The one that's available. Yeah.
Yep.
That's interesting. Okay. All right. Well, we also got some previews for stuff that's even further down the line. And I got to tell you, I'm pretty excited because
you and Simone.
Yeah. It's my boy, Hondo Onaka, the Pirate King, the legend. And it looks like it's the variant of him before Rebels, and he's the more...
Oh, yeah, this is definitely his Clone Wars incarnation.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I cannot talk today. Incarnation.
Got it for you.
Yeah.
But, hey, what can I say? That's just good business, my friend.
It's just good business. And, that's name of the pack there. So we got Hondo and Weequay Pirates. Various... One has a Camtona. I can't speak now.
Camtona.
Yeah, that one. An ice cream maker.
The tactical crates here.
And tactical crates.
Yes.
Hey, that's cool. It makes sense for them. They're grabbing some loot. But yeah, happy to see some Weequays in there. That's cool.
They look cool.
Yeah.
I know not Matt. Dan posted a picture. Was it you that posted the picture?
Yeah. I cropped and zoomed all the way in on the supports' faces.
Mm-hmm.
And they just look like coked out ETs.
Skinny ETs.
Yeah, just like...
It was funny because if you look at the one next to the crate, this made me laugh. She has, or he, I don't know if it's a she or he, they have rings around their neck. And I was like, that's how ET gets his neck longer. He does like the neck stretching thing with the rings.
There you go. It's a telescoping Weequay ET trick. Okay. Which we all know ET is in the Galactic Senate.
So. Yeah, no. So ET is canon in Star Wars.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see. Cruising down the list, we have Certified Guild Standards.
Yes, the Mando, the myth, the legend.
Yeah.
Mando.
I'm so happy that they have him as a primary with Grogu on there. That I buy. A lot of the Mandalorians are kind of in that secondary slot, but you got Din in there with Grogu. Yeah, okay, he's a primary. Let's do it.
Yeah, we've got locals here just pining for Mandalorian primaries to build that all Mandalorian strike force.
Oh, for sure, I bet.
But honestly, I feel this Din Djarin here is going to probably slot into a bounty hunter squad better. That's just the feeling I get.
Okay.
Yeah, if he has the keyword, I'm sure he will.
So we've also got Grief Karga and IG-11 in there. The IG-11 sculpt there, is he like shooting behind his back?
Yes,
with the
absolutely.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure I was looking at that right.
No, yeah, I love it. I think it's hilarious.
It is. I mean, because he does the wacky waving, flailing droid thing.
Yeah.
And
I think they said in the stream that he had a unique mechanic that nothing else in the game has. I could be remembering wrong, but I swear they said that. And I was really excited about that. And if it's like a detonate ability, hey, what was what he kept saying?
I will initiate
anti-capture protocols.
There you go.
Yeah.
That would be funny. Okay. Yeah. Then, of course, we can't have Din without his antagonist counterpart. We got Moff Gideon there.
Yep.
Looks like we have a Death Trooper as the secondary. Is that right?
Yep, a Death Trooper secondary and Dark Trooper supports.
That seems
an interesting mixer.
Yeah.
So
it looks pretty cool. That looks like a cool pack.
Yeah.
See, his cape flaring out looks kind of cool.
First instance of the Darksaber in the game.
Oh, yeah. Well,
even though it's actually
first of many.
Yeah. And I found it interesting they did a Death Trooper secondary, because you think, Death Troopers may come as a support in, say, a Krennic pack in the future or something like that. So I'm curious how they're planning that out for the future.
Yeah, did he have Death Troopers with him? I don't remember.
Oh, yeah.
I thought he did. Okay.
End of season one when they were shooting at the bar.
Yeah, the Imperial Remnant out there. I think there was a couple of Death Troopers littered in.
Yeah.
But that's the You Have Something I Want. It's too bad they didn't have Werner Herzog in there.
Oh.
That would have been kind of cool.
Would be interesting. I would like to see the baby.
Okay, and then nobody cares about the next one. Skipping it onto... All right, Dan, go ahead.
Today the Rebellion Dies. I'd love the name
or
of this.
Or gets new recruits.
So I thought that was the second half of the show was just going to be Dan gushing over this pack,
Yeah. And then here, I'm going to pull the show notes. So, yep, that's pretty much it.
I wish her art, Iden Versio, obviously. I wish her art matched her pose for the character, because the art for it looks so good. Like, I love that stance she's in.
And the Metal Gear Solid exclamation point over ID10.
That would be amazing if that was an option. They do it for MCP.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like about that art, and I do love the art, by the way, is she's holding a carbine like a pistol. Double-handed grip on the back grip. Like,
is she?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I see it now.
Just a little weird. But I guess I wanted to show off the gun. Didn't want her arm blocking it.
Yeah.
But the sculpts are still
blaster repeater. Looks like.
Oh yeah, the repeater.
Yeah.
But the sculpts are awesome. I did an ID10. I mean, just like I like that they're doing the little secondaries as on the main base, just to give more room for more characters. The same thing they're doing with Grogu, like where they put little Grogu on a floating pram.
I know some people don't like it, but I like what they're doing with no flight stands, and I do like that is kind of their go-to for all the poses.
Yeah. No, I much prefer the no flight stands because they're just so ugly. They're ugly.
Yeah. They detract from the beauty of the model and the sculpt that they've done. So it's nice to see that ID10 is, kind of like hovering behind her shoulder. And I'm sure he has a tricky attach point that's, the size of a Lothcat leg, but, he looks good.
Seeing the little ID10 hanging on the shoulder there, all I can think about is wanting a Cal Kestis.
Oh, it's not a matter of if, it's when, obviously.
For sure.
Yeah.
Bring the poncho.
But, I mean, I don't know about the Gideon face sculpt, but the Dell sculpt looks amazing, holding the rifle and then drawing the sidearm E11.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what that is? Okay. I got to put my glasses. I thought he just had, I was going to ask, I was like, does he have a real chunky hand there? It's like in, we're straying into Space Marine territory there, but no, he's got the E11. Okay. It's just all the same color.
Yeah.
So
I'm willing to bet they're going to have options for these too. Because we know they're going to have helmet options. So it wouldn't surprise me if we see some hand options too.
Yeah. And then probably the little chest pack, little TIE fighter chest pack thing. So I was curious to see how they did this before this announcement was, considering it's a 3-person team. Would they add because it's always been 4 models at least. Would they add Saiyan? But no, they added 2 generic ISF so it's got 2 secondaries in this pack. Or sorry, 2 supports. So you've got item primary, Gideon secondary, and Dell is either the support or 2 generic ISF.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I was curious how that broke down. Okay.
Couldn't you just say Saiyan was one of them?
You could, but then who's canonically it never had more than 4 people in the team, so it's kind of I don't know. But I love it. I'm happy. This is this is all I wanted in Chatterpoint, so
you have to buy 2 of them
done.
Because
you don't have to
getting So you have to get 2 of them because you're making 2 different sets, right? The helmeted and the unhelmeted.
I probably will. I'll lie to myself and say, no, I'm just going to paint 1, but I probably will.
Yeah. So this Invader, huh?
Yeah.
Is this your setup?
That's the thing is we only have of cards, the Stormtrooper, Sergeant, which I think should be in the squad because, they weren't expecting special forces. And that's the point, Sergeant.
Just so you can do that every time you put them.
Rhymes.
Yeah, all right.
But yeah, I don't care if this pack is not meta, if it's not competitive. This will probably be my main.
You're going to practice the hell out of it.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Next one, we have the actual good guys again with real quiet squad back with Han, Chewie, and Rebel Commandos. I know. It's a cartoony Chewie, but that's okay. Yeah. He's got the big kind of anime hair going. Looks like
it's probably easier to sculpt that, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
So I could see why they went that route.
Yeah. You just hit it with some Aquanet. He's good.
I mean, they've already got, sculpts on file for all the Legion times they've done Wookiees so far.
Yeah. And the Han looks good.
Oh, the Han does look good.
Yeah, that is a dapper looking Han.
So yeah, the one thing that's interesting in this, Chewie is holding in his left arm. He has disarmed someone.
Yeah, literally.
Yes.
I'm going to say that's Dell's arm.
So I think they talked about it on the stream. It's actually an IG. He's standing on top of an IG unit, and then he's ripped one of the arms off.
Oh, so they did a pseudo Endor pack, but they have him ripping apart an IG. Interesting.
Yeah,
well, I'm sure it'll be an option thing too. So
yeah, of course, one of the commandos does have a tactical fern.
Yep. And Han isn't wearing his cool forest jacket thing.
No, I think they got enough feedback from the Legion sculpt of Han for. Yeah.
You want to have a more standard Han, I think. And we don't need the duster. Okay, moving on. Hunter.
Chopper. No.
Wrecka.
God. Echo. Oh God. You guys.
Oh no. We tease.
Terrible.
No,
I apologize to the viewers for that.
Yeah.
The listeners, I should. Not the viewers, the listeners.
Yeah, whatever. Either way.
So yeah, 6 model pack.
We only have the art for it, so you can kind of Obviously, Omega will be the primary.
Yeah.
Does it have
a lot of speculation.
Yeah, it's got Crosshair in there. Okay, yeah, this is more of their spin-off show variants, it looks like. I wonder if they'll give you some options, though. I guess it just depends on how you paint it.
Yeah, it's all how you paint it.
It is technically the same armor, so
as the army building rules in Shatterpoint are so loose anyway.
Yeah. And then you've got the season 1, season 2 differences you could do, but otherwise, what's up with Goggles there? I don't know why he's still on the team.
Oh. Technically spoilers.
How long is it been? All right. Okay. So that is.
No.
What else? No, we got some more stuff.
Yeah, we had a few things. Yeah.
Okay.
We have a nice big garage.
Yep.
Or so a rather large building they showed off. They officially call it a maintenance bay. But I think the star of that reveal was the
Womp Rat.
The Womp Rat.
That's right.
Yeah. The Discord at the time was aflame with the fervor for Ratterpoint.
I endorse this. Okay, the cool looking piece of terrain looks like something right out of Blackspire Outpost. So that's neat. But the next one, the looking into the future section here, if you heard girly fangirl squealing, that was Jeff with the wanted posters for the Phoenix crew there.
It looks really good.
It does, man. Again, more fantastic art. And this is Rebels Prime, it looks like. Yeah, this is like first season Rebels.
Oh yeah.
My one complaint with this pack is if you look at Zeb and you look at Kanan, they have like a fold across the middle part of the art, and I'm like,
Ezra's got that
why
too.
would you do that? Yeah.
Because they're wanted posters.
I understand
they're not there to be pretty.
Yeah. But it was said that this art will be alt art, OP promotional command cards for the Ghost Crew box.
That's pretty cool, and it's all in the Arabesh there.
Yep. You have the little icons showing their when activated abilities, which is really cool, and incorporated into the art. It looks super cool.
It does. Yeah, that'll be a cool kit.
So.
Yeah.
If I remember your quote exactly, Jeff, when this was revealed was, I will pay any amount of money for these.
$500 for a ghost. Screw that.
So any of you out there who happen to get one of these sets, what if this is like the World Championship prize?
Jeff will do anything for them.
I'll trade a ghost.
Yeah. And we have one more art reveal, and that's the heir to the Empire. Did I mention the heir to the Empire? It's the heir to the Empire.
Yes. So.
It is Thrawn.
Oh, man.
That'd be
exciting.
He seems perfect for the Shatterpoint kind of squad size.
Oh, and there's so many quotes they could use for his abilities.
He's very quotable.
The big question is, what's going to come in his box? Will it be Callus and Sentry droids, or
Callus
more troopers, or
what was his apprentice in the books?
Callus and
Rook. No.
Oh.
No. From the books.
Pelion?
Was it Pelion?
Or sorry, not Legends books, the new books. Eli Vanto.
Vanto, yeah. I mean, I don't expect that, but it would be.
That would be the first visual representation of him that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
So
that would be cool.
Yeah, true.
I'd be down for that.
I really liked his character in the books, but anyways, So Thrawn's on the way. Makes sense. It'll probably be the foil to the Rebels version of him, I'm sure. But yeah, okay. So of the stuff that's revealed, what are you the most excited for? Dan, go.
Iden.
I don't even know why I asked, but I felt like I had to.
Silly question.
Yeah, I know, but still. Jeff?
It's got to be Thrawn. I know it's way out, but
what?
Man,
you don't even know anything about it. You've got the Phoenix crew there, and you're picking Thrawn?
I'm already excited for the Phoenix. already expressed my excitement for the Phoenix crew.
I just asked what you were the most excited about, and you said something that was not true. So why would you lie to the listeners? Objectively false.
I think Thrawn is going to be a lot of fun to play. So I'm looking forward to him.
All right. Well, we'll wait all the way till 2025, probably.
Yeah.
I got to say, I'm probably the most excited for Hondo, just because I think he's an underrepresented, super duper cool character. But, I like a Star Wars, so I'm happy with all that. All of it looks good.
I look forward to the podcast when Thrawn is revealed, and I can, quote the old lady from Titanic, where I'm like, it's been 84 years.
84 years. All right. Well, that's it for the Shatterpoint section, but stay tuned, guys. We're going to get into all the Legion reveals here right after this break. We'll be right back.
Ending the transmission now would be most unfortunate. And now, the Outriders.
Welcome back, Outriders, and we now proceed to the Legion portion of tonight's program. It was only a matter of time, but we're there. And we've got some card reveals, some art reveals, and just all the cool stuff that's coming down. Geonosians.
Bugs.
I was kind of surprised. I was surprised. That's it.
They were teased last Ministravaganza, so we knew they were coming.
Yeah. I just think in general I guess it makes sense. It can't always be droids, so you do have some nice alternatives.
I'll be honest, the droid players in our local area are very excited for these.
I bet. No, they look amazing.
Yeah.
I was just, yeah. But anyways, so let's go ahead and take a look at these guys. We're getting the squads. We're getting characters to support them. Did they say anything about a battle force?
The Adepticon announcements where they first teased these.
Okay.
They mentioned it would be a battle force.
Yeah.
Eventually, they did say it wouldn't be a battle force right away. But
yeah, they've got the makings of a Geonosian battle force here with all the warriors. They've got the snail tanks. They got the dwarf spider droids, all that kind of good stuff. But let's see. Yeah. We have
definitely working in a flying unit without the flying stands again. We talked about the flying stands earlier, and I think they did a really great job showing how spindly these guys are.
Yeah, for sure. I am looking at the Sonic cannon warrior that they have. What's that little thing that he's hopping up on there? That little gray poof.
Like a stick.
Either a stick, plant, or some sort of smoke trail or dust.
Yeah, something.
Just to get them flying there.
Yeah. So most of them are either standing around, taking off, or setting down. Gives the illusion of motion. I like it.
Yeah. They definitely have all the heads and arms kind of going different angles. That's why I'm curious if they copy pasted some sculpts. Like the Ewoks are pretty egregious with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I know fuzzballs.
But just curious if these are going to be more or less fragile than B1s and are more harder to put together.
They do look spindly, and the wings do extend pretty far out. It looks, but I don't know. I don't have to worry about it.
I'd be curious to see how they connect on the back. I'm really tempted to, because without getting too far into the cards, holy cow, are they fast?
Yeah.
Oh, fast.
Free
but they have
jump.
some disadvantages too, which is kind of cool.
Sure.
It's
no,
nice
you got to
see
balance it,
yeah.
but
yeah.
still.
Yeah.
Man, the potential.
The death from above ability, though. If you're on a higher terrain, they have the high ground to just, oh man.
Turns out it's a good battle tactic.
Yeah.
You land a battle mech on their head.
But yeah, they're gonna get and I believe they said the Force Pike card is double-sided.
Oh, really?
If I remember correctly.
Okay.
So the other side will have, because it actually says in the text, may flip this card.
Nice.
So curious what it's impressive on one side. We'll see.
Yeah. Maybe Pierce, or who knows, maybe something different entirely. But we've also got everybody's favorite characters. We've been waiting for so long for them to finally hit the tail. Of course, we're talking about Poggle the Lesser. Sunfac.
Now, Matt, you and I know who Sunfac is because we both played Galaxy of Heroes.
That's really the only way I knew him. Was he one of the ones in? Yeah, that's really. He was actually a pretty fun Geonosian squad. But who was the one that was in the arc when they were on Geonosis trying to figure out what happened? Because they did have a featured dude in there, and I can't remember if that was him or not. Probably not. I think it was somebody else.
He is on screen in Attack of the Clones.
Oh, okay.
He is standing behind Poggle when they're at the table with all the holograms of the armies on it.
And that's a Sun fact.
That is Sun fact, yep.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are diving deep a little bit deeper than my knowledge.
Yeah. And I hope everybody works on their Poggle the Lesser impressions.
Got to get those clicks down.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
he speaks A10, apparently. Just...
The sculpt is interesting. He's stroking his little chin proboscis thing.
Bugbeard is what
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
I thought he was like doing a like karaoke mic, in his hand, just singing along to something.
Yeah, whatever it's your world. If you want to sculpt it like that, go for it. I'll 3D print you a tiny microphone.
Dude, he can beatbox like crazy.
Yeah, I did like seeing all the models. Like, I don't want to. I'm sure we're not going to go into all the cards and rules and everything. It seemed like they have some neat abilities, which is nice to see in Legion. Not just copy pasting, other army stuff, but coming up with unique things. So it seems like AMG's been pretty busy with this.
Yeah, for sure. But Sunfac will be an operative, and he does have at least one card that we see there, while Poggle is in HQ, and he's got the full 3 there.
Yeah.
So, and they look pretty neat.
And something new, I know I said we were going to talk about, something new we haven't seen before is he has a 4-pip that when you're building your command hand, it serves as a 3-pip, which is kind of interesting. It's something we haven't seen.
The fact it activates 4 troops, that makes sense to me. So
yeah. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I like it. Okay. And we're absolutely okay to hit the highlights. If there's something interesting like that, Jeff, please speak up.
There's going to be some interesting highlights with their next ones here.
So let's skip them. I'm just going to skip all the Empire stuff.
My favorite things, Matt.
Because I know it drives you crazy. Okay, we got Fifth Brothers, Seventh Sister. So Sarah Michelle Gellar and I don't know who did the voice for Fifth Brother.
Oh, in Rebels? Oh, God, I have to look that one up.
Yeah. They didn't really have a whole lot of speaking lines. But yes, these are the Inquisitors chasing the plucky rebels in, what was that, season 3?
Yep.
Yeah.
105-point Force user.
In Empire?
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah.
How excited are you for these guys, Dan?
Oh, good. I'm like... I'm
on a scale of 0 to Iden, how excited are you?
Ooh. I'm trying to think of a witty character response, but it's
you let us know.
What one of each side of a double-bladed lightsaber up.
Okay. Fair enough. It's a helicopter blade of excitement. Yes. Speaking of helicopter blades, there's some interesting choices they made with the sculpt.
That is my one disappointment with this pack. I will put it out there first. There is no in-game mechanical representation of a helicopter lightsaber.
But you like the design of the...
Yeah, the Seventh Sister has a little...
so the spinny lightsaber and the helicopter function, I'm separating as 2 separate functions.
Okay. Well, maybe they call that jump 1, although that doesn't... It seems like helicopter move would be something better than a...
And Fifth Brother doesn't even have a jump, so...
Yeah. Because they're both operatives, it's probably going to be a command card.
No, they show their command cards as well.
They did? Oh, man. Wow. All right. I guess they're trying to distance themselves from the silliness that was that mode of transportation, but lean into it, buddy. It's
I was
Star
just
Waiting
for a like one of the vehicle damage check
They're...
rolls to see if it fails or they fall. But
You just fall.
but the unique mechanic with these two is if you take one of them, you can take them both together and only taking up one operative slot.
That's pretty cool. That's the associate rule.
Yep.
My colleague.
The other
This
fun,
is my associate.
the other fun rule I see on there on Fifth Brother on his spinning lightsaber weapon. You see the weapon keyword of ram.
Oh yeah. That one, when they were revealing this, I was like, man, that is just to put it on him with 5 black dice, ram 2, impact 2, pierce 1. That's whew.
Look at me, I'm a tauntaun.
Yeah. No, he's better than a tauntaun.
Yeah, he is better than a tauntaun.
How many? They got 6 and 5 health respectively, 2 courage, 3 courage. So they're no slouches.
No.
For their price, that seems like a hell of a deal. They only surge for hits, but you can't have everything, and they're rolling black dice.
They do have block though.
Okay,
yes.
Which is a new one.
You would. Okay.
Yeah.
No, block has been around for a while. It
has
has
it?
block. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I was yeah. It's like deflect, but you
But
you
it
don't
actually blocks on
Yeah.
surges.
Yeah, you don't bounce it back or anything. Right.
Unlike deflect where you're bouncing back. So it's actually more defensive than deflect. But yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So looking forward to these guys, definitely. My second disappointment with this is there was no representation of her little seeker droids either. You know, I love me a good seeker droid.
I know you do. Are they the same model that Iden uses?
The previous model. So hers is the ID10, they're the ID9s.
I'm sure you're going to be 3D printing extras to stick around, buzzing about. But yeah, they look pretty good. I definitely think they'll see some table time.
Oh, yes.
Empire wants some cheap Force users. Well, these are pretty much as good a bargain as you're going to get.
Not just a cheap Force push carrier, but their upgrade card that's unique to them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. There was much wailing and gnashing in teeth that I heard of this one.
Well, go ahead and spill it, so we don't want to assume everybody knows.
Inquisitorious training, 5th brother or 7th sister only. Unit gains Demoralize 1. When a unit at range 1 exhausts a Force upgrade, you may roll a red defense die. On a block or surge, cancel the effect. The upgrade remains exhausted. 5 points.
That's pretty
5
brutal.
points.
That's what they're there for, man. They're there to put say, hey, Force user, we're going to Inquisitor you.
2/3 chance of canceling a Force push. Like,
there you go. I mean,
I do kind of think I could see some disadvantage to this. Maybe like it needs a little. I mean, I know it's still early, but to use that on every Force upgrade seems brutal. So like say you took Luke in and he had multiple upgrades. If they were like nope, I could see it maybe being something a one-time use per activation or something like that. But
so if they made it a tap card or
not necessarily a tap, but like once per activation. So if Luke was going up against him, they could potentially cancel one of his things, or maybe even exhaust and refresh for free, something like that. But it'll be interesting to see on the table.
Yeah, I want to see a mirror match where it's just counterspell.
But they look particularly brutal. I know their command cards, they talked about them a little bit. I see some Demoralize up there. One of 7th Brother's cards is permanent, and I think they talked about that one, and it looked pretty nasty.
Yeah. The permanent one is, and it has to be with both of them in there because it references both. When one of them gets a dodge, the other gets an aim.
Yeah.
And when I think I forgot the rest of the. Yeah, it's basically
it's a teamwork, but flip flopped. Yeah, if you get a dodge,
but you get
they get an aim. Yeah. Pretty nasty.
Cool. And man, I'm so happy for this next one.
Yeah.
But we did get a teaser of a squad of clone commandos, which they look really good. It's so hard to want more elite units in an already very points restrictive elite army. But I'm so happy they're here. And you can see they've got the different configurations from the Republic Commando. game there. Thank you, AMG, for keeping the Republic Commando love alive. Because, man, that was a hell of a game.
So if
I was pretty sad. I was gonna say I was pretty sad when I saw these because I'm getting ready to offload some Legion stuff a little bit to make room for Shatterpoint stuff, and my clones were what it was going to be or what it's going to be, and then they announced these, and I was like, man, that really it's such a good looking model. But I was thinking about it before the stream today, and with Spec Ops kind of taking a more refined role, I might pick up a pack of these and use them as some clone models just because I like the model.
Yeah, assuming that they don't have rules for them, to be used.
Yeah. I mean, if they did have rules for them to be used, I would already have them ready to go. If not, it's just swapping them out for a clone model, which is
or whatever. The ARCs, use the ARC Spec Ops team.
So
exactly.
Instead.
Scorch, Fixer, Sev. What's the commander's name? I forget. Did they even say Boss? Something. I think
it was Boss.
Yeah. No. But yeah, they have some neat art with them all painted up.
Yep, and they mentioned two interesting things verbally on this. One was they'll have a card specifically for Delta Squad, so it'll be like an Inferno / generic, Imperial Special Forces kind of box. So akin to those lines.
You're right. It's Boss, Scorch, Fixer, and Sev.
Okay, it was Boss. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then they also said that each of the poses will have the multiple options for the different weapons. Because it's that rifle that changes configurations.
It's the reconfig one, yeah.
Yep.
Just all the you think Cassian likes to reconfigure? Oh, buddy.
So I'm curious how they'll pull that off mechanically with their card, or if they're just going to have it as a fun sculpting option.
Yeah,
you could have a double-sided card or something, right?
Sure. Or just have a bunch of different upgrade options.
Yeah,
maybe a reconfigure or two. We'll have to see. But I really like that, and it's cool armor. It's a cool callback to an awesome game, and I am looking forward to that. Okay, did anybody see this next one coming?
No.
I didn't, but I'm excited for it for one reason.
Okay, but we're talking about the Range Troopers as featured in Han Solo, a Star Wars story. So these were the guys that were like mag booting to the train.
Yep. And
we got a full squad of them here, and they look pretty damn cool. I would have expected Mud Troopers, honestly, before these guys. But what's got you excited about them, Jeff?
So if they're touching into like the Solo movie, that means Emphas Nest is an option, right? And
so nothing to do with the actual unit. Okay, just there.
No. I don't care about the Range Troopers. No. No, I was just thinking about it. I was like, oh, they're from the Solo movie. Like, it'd be nice to see some of those smaller factions and smaller, lesser known characters hit the table in Legion or Shatterpoint.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel she would be a little bit better fit for Shatterpoint.
Oh, yeah.
Because they would make her a rebel, but still. Yeah.
Did they say what slot these guys are going to fill?
I don't believe it was explicitly stated, but
okay.
There was some speculation if it was going to be core or special forces. Yes, they do look awesome, and I am excited for them. These were actually before the actual roadmap stream. These were on one of the paint streams.
Yeah.
So these were officially spoiled in a paint stream. The only thing I'm not a fan of, this looks like it's going to be like the Ewoks, another victim of copy paste. Because those two heavies having the exact same sculpt, there's at least two troopers on there that are literally copy pasted, even down to the basing materials.
Well, you would think that the heavy are going to have one or the other, so having them duplicate doesn't matter as much.
Yeah, shouldn't you be able to build both to swap them out in the squad?
Yeah, I mean, almost every squad's got dupes in it, so.
This is the one that I was thinking. So they have they have this picture here that we're all looking at. There's another picture that was the sneak peek before the painting stream, I think it was. And if you look at that one, there's I don't know if there's less models or if it's the same number of models, but all distinct silhouettes. So, I mean, this could just be a marketing placeholder of they don't have those models built and painted yet. We don't know.
We don't.
Or they could just be duplicates like you
I would expect that's it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, ever since they did the duplicates they did in the Ewok pack, I'm like really like,
Well, you're saying all Ewoks look alike? dude.
Uh,
All stormtroopers look alike.
Every 4 Ewoks looks alike, actually.
Cancel Dantec.
Then this is getting real far future because it's only renders we're getting, no actual painted studio models.
Which that just blows my mind that they're willing to share stuff that probably we won't see for years and years and years.
They actually did say 2025 on some of these.
So this is some of the 2025 stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Far future, yeah.
I mean, it's cool that we know it's coming, but holy cow, we know it's coming.
Yes, the chat just exploded during this part of the stream when they revealed the crab droid.
Woo!
Crab people.
And I had to say, Dan, where the hell's the crab droid from?
From the ocean, Matt.
No, it's not. I thought it was, but it isn't.
Oh, what, you don't remember in episode 3 when one of Obi-Wan's 2/12 was kind of, surfing one of these guys and shooting it straight down?
As a matter of fact, I do not.
Yep.
I'll have to take your word for it. But okay, so we got another. It's probably going to be like a medium base, you think?
Either medium or...
Yeah, I was going to say like the spider droids we already have, probably that size.
The BSDs.
That size. Or you don't think it's going to be smaller like the destroyer droids?
Probably.
But I'm assuming it's going to be in the support
Droidicas.
slot. The Droidicas,
Not the Droidicas. The next one up.
The spider droids?
Yeah, they're a little bit bigger, right?
Yeah.
Or are they the same size base?
No, I think they're a little bigger.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never seen them on the table together.
Yeah,
For
probably
reasons.
ATRT size. That's the one I'm looking at.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I could see that. What kind of gun do you think that is? I think that's a flamethrower.
Oh, actually, yeah. Because there's kind of a tank
Yeah, you see that back there?
there, yeah.
That, or he had one of his balls shot off.
Yeah. Well, if it is a flamer,
That's a grenade
what does that do for that
launcher.
support,
That's
like
what
for the
I'm
That's
support
his
slot?
joint. That's his joint. Look at the
Oh, is
yeah,
that what
that's the
that
joint
is?
for his back leg.
leg. That's the joint.
Oh, you're right. Oh. He's got 4.
Oh
All
my
right.
god.
But I know this is
Hey,
far
man.
speculation, but what does this do to the support slot in the droid army when, droidicas already don't have a place in here?
I've got 2
And
words
there's-
for you, Dan. Battle forces.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, next one. I honestly, of the previews, I think this is my favorite.
Yeah.
I mean, Commandos, yes, awesome.
Yep.
But
Yep.
getting, it looks like more, these are what, Rebel Saboteurs?
Yeah.
With so many different characterful looking guys in the unit. I'm very
Yes.
excited. It's going to,
Finally.
yeah. We're going to get that motley feel that the Rebellion's like, okay, cool, Rhodians and
Yeah.
Weakways, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess the rest are human, so never mind. But
a
we got a
Sullustan in there.
Sullustan. Yep, never mind. And a droid.
Oh
there's
god.
an R5
Isn't
unit
that
in
a
there.
There are Twi'leks in there too.
You're
Right?
thinking one of the things
Or
coming
am I
up.
Okay, yeah, I'm thinking
yeah.
of things. Okay.
But no, it's some much needed variety, I think.
Yep.
So
They said these guys were inspired after some of the Andor heist characters, just kind of the motley
I see
crew of normal people.
The double gun.
Yep.
Yeah. That's cool.
So
I
yeah,
like it.
getting more getting
and
more
there's a Loth cat.
terrorists.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a Loth cat on one of the
There
bases
is?
there.
Wait, there is? Oh,
the
crap.
center
I didn't
model.
see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So you can have some what's that crap planet they're from?
Lothal?
Lothal, yes.
Yeah.
Lothcat, that makes sense. I don't know.
Lothal?
I drew a blank.
Or it could just be a Tuca cat. Doesn't have to be specifically from Lothal.
Hey,
Yeah. The next thing was a
you
pretty
took
big
the words
announcement,
right out of my
though.
mouth. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Resculpts in hard plastic. I think we were expecting this when they started making the move. So I'm very glad that they are finally starting to make it happen. We have a hard plastic resculpt for Vader, looking very...
The fourth sculpt for Vader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to entitle this one Vader right after he watched Luke fall through the bottom of Cloud City.
I'm thinking looking at the tent of flying away at Rogue One when after his hallway scene.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. Okay, I could see that one. I want to see a Vader with no lightsaber, and it's just I just threw it. I'm on lightsaber throwing right now. Emperor's Throne Room. Let's go.
But yeah, the hard plastic stormtroopers they showed off as well.
Dan, does this make you happy or sad?
I am a roller coaster of emotion.
Basket case.
Yes.
This is more practice you get for painting more stormtroopers.
Because we all remember, and yes, I was asked on the Outrider Patreon Discord.
Yep.
I think it was by Diffs.
Yep, it was.
To say, hey, after these were announced, how's that army of you taking the Stormtrooper Specialist boxes, making an army out of those? So, more Stormtroopers.
Hooray.
Hooray. I did not convert any of the HH-12s, though, to the Specialists, so I guess we'll get some hard plastic HH-12s. But I do like these sculpts.
They'll never see the table.
Yeah. It could happen.
Yeah, they are seeing some play currently with all the armor going around.
Yeah, they kind of need to.
But yeah, no, the sculpts on these are really good.
Yeah, they look good.
And then we got Leia and Luke too, new sculpts for them. This is the fourth
Thank
Luke.
God.
Yeah, the tactical rock on this one.
That's good. I like it.
That's like
Luke, it's very heroic.
Yeah. That's a captain
Luke
and a half right there.
Luke has a tactical rock, and Leia has a tactical log.
Because she's wearing her Endor stuff. I was really hoping that we'd get a Han.
I mean, we're gonna get it. It's just
because to be fair, Leia really needed a resculpt too.
My Legion Han looks decent, I think,
and that's the best you're gonna get.
So, how does it make you feel? The face sculpt on this Leia, the Legion Leia, looks better than the face sculpt on this Chatterpoint Leia.
It's so much different.
Maybe it's a deep fake. They just transpose them.
This is her daughter, and they deep faked it. So it looks better.
Yeah.
Man.
Okay, and then to the last bit. This is the one you were talking about.
I did get confused.
New Rebel troopers.
This is going to be the Rebel Commandos. They said.
Yeah. Okay, this is Rebel Commandos. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's got the sniper rifle and the saboteur on the left there.
I see. We've got a Mon Cal. We've got 3 Twi'leks and a Duros.
Yep. They did verbally say that these sets would come with multiple alien heads, so you can mix and match.
Thank you. Yes.
I mean,
and the Duros doesn't have to die first, right? Like,
I mean, he will.
Considering he's the heavy weapon, you don't want him to die first. But yeah.
Oh, now I got choices to make.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, looking good. Can't wait to see more on these guys as they make it from the modeling stage into, the physical medium that we can touch and drool over. New battle forces.
Oh,
yep. Two of them.
Two of them. And
they don't
this
seem
one,
like they'll be that good. I don't think people will be interested in them. Or maybe they will.
As of recording, the droid players in our area are still kind of wrap their heads around the experimental droids. But you can't run literally an army of Magna Guards with it, technically.
Because Magna Guards weren't seeing enough play. We need to have more Magna Guards. What's the high points on this one?
On the droid one, you can run Magna Guards as core.
Yeah.
They're
3 to 6 Magna Guard, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 to 6 Magna Guard.
Yeah.
They are a lower statted version of a Magna Guard. So it's only 1 health per, and they don't have the Guardian. But still, just spamming those is hilarious.
And then it looks like you get surge tokens that go on your unit card, and those you spend a surge token to be able to get an effect like increasing speed, gaining an aim or dodge, adding a black die and a white die to their attack pool during their next attack, or removing 2 suppression tokens.
That's pretty cool.
So
like that.
It does add to the janky feel of like, these are just kind of wonky experimental droids. We're not sure how they're going to do, but that's actually pretty neat.
Yeah.
It's like the cache keyword, basically, but on the main card.
Yeah.
Okay, but see 0 to 2 core. Yeah, battle droids B1s, B2s, with Magna Guards, BX series droids, and super tactical droid T series. You can do droidicas. That might be interesting. And then heavy, you can get a Persuader class tank.
Yep.
But you
Snail
can't ride
tanks.
it, right?
No, yeah. So there's no passengers in the snail tank. But it does have a, what was it, command node?
Yes.
It's kind of a different version of Direct.
Yeah. Yeah, but it looks pretty neat. Can't I don't think we've seen if there's going to be cards for this specifically yet.
I know this is going to be all print and play, of course.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's no command cards different. It's just the two unique unit cards.
The unit cards, right? Okay. Heading on along.
Yeah.
Wookiees.
I believe John had a freak out when I sent him this link.
Yeah. He was like, when is this coming out?
Yeah. So, yes, for all of you, in addition to John, who would like to run their all Wookiee battle force or all Wookiee army, your prayers have been answered, finally. So this
been a long time coming.
The Wookiee Warriors Noble Fighters, the melee Wookiees for Gar, can be run as core units. The other scary thing in this, in addition to that, first time a miniature and a Wookiee trooper unit is defeated, that unit may make a speed 1 move.
Yeah.
You kill a Wookiee, they get closer. Ooh. So yeah, my first question to John with this was, how many Wookiee units do you have built?
Apparently the answer was 5. So.
Yeah. I was laughing because I was thinking to myself, well, I can lend you some if you want. I'll sell you some if you want.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, but are they the original Wookiee sculpts or the new ones?
Yeah, no, I have to keep mine for the Rebels anyway, because they do run in Rebels.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a mix of the old and the new. I think if you mix your squad up, it actually looks pretty decent. But commanders in this one's going to be Yoda, Chewbacca, and Wookiee Chieftain. And then special forces, we get ARC Troopers, one whole team, and then Wookiee Warriors. Core can be 0 to 2 Phase 2 Clone Troopers. Support 0 to 1 Bark Speeder or Nask Fluttercraft. I'm actually kind of surprised you don't get to take more.
There's 2 versions of the NASP you can take, I think, too, right? You can take the original or the new one.
There's a redone one. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can do up to 3 supports. It's only limiting you on the Bark.
Oh, I see. Yep.
So you can take 3 fluttercrafts if you'd like on this, and there's a unique
I see. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I was putting the wrong emphasis on how I was reading that. Okay. Cool. Yeah. That's good. Good relations Yoda has with the Wookiees, so makes sense. So you could have 3 in there. Cool.
Yeah.
I haven't really looked too hard at the difference between this Fluttercraft and the original one. Okay. So it can adjust its speed.
Yeah, attack run. I think that's the biggest thing. And then, and then it just has special issue Wookiee Defenders, which means it's attached to this army.
I think if you're the person that owns the Fluttercraft, you're going to be running this force regardless. So this is going to be the one you do. What's up, Dan?
I'm curious on the point difference, if there is when I'm bringing it up here.
Oh, yeah. Showing 57.
I mean, it's 2 points more. It's 55 to 57. So,
well, never mind. Deal broken.
Deal broken.
2 points? No way.
Okay. Like last time, what are you guys most excited for? Jeff, go ahead.
Mine is far future. I think it's going to be the new sculpts and the Rabble Saboteurs. Because like I said, I'm leaning away from playing multiple armies in Legion and just focusing on Rebels.
Okay. Because you said that, I'm going to go back and say Clone Commandos then.
Nice.
For me. Okay.
It's a good one.
Otherwise, yes, the Rebels. Dan.
I'm sure everyone's expecting the Inquisition on this one.
Nobody expects the Star Wars Inquisition.
Oh yes, but those Inquisitors
just do expect.
I mean,
mention Spec Ops, right? They released the full rule set for Spec Ops.
Right. We mentioned Spec Ops in passing, but you're right. We didn't dig into that.
And I think we'll probably cover that on a future episode. Hopefully we can get a game or two in.
Yeah.
But they talked about the design of that and their idea behind it of focusing on, like, you know, a small squad, individual models, but still differentiating it from Marvel Crisis Protocol or Shatterpoint, you know, or Skirmish, all of those different games. But yeah, it was nice to see the full rules for that put out. And I think they made some tweaks as well on gun ranges. You know, they wanted things to feel balanced a little bit more. So that was a nice topic they did.
Yeah.
Nice.
And of course, they filled out all the cards with art. They reformatted the layout of the cards just so you can't possibly mix them up with your standard Legion stuff.
It's good. It's good. So Dan, I'm interested in more Spec Ops games.
Yeah,
because my last one was horrible.
We're gonna have to print some of the new stuff up and
I'd jump on TTS for that if one of you guys wanted to play sometime. I think it'd be a little bit easier with the smaller squads.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm curious does the TTS mod support that?
If it hasn't yet, it will be soon, I'm sure. Or we could just, you know, get some little duders on the table and, you know,
all y'all out there that do play the TTS version frequently, let us know about how Spec Ops works in the TTS.
Doesn't. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, there it is. That was a Stravaganza of minis. So thank you for joining us today on this mashup crossover team up episode of Chatterpoint and the Legion Outriders. Thank you for tuning in. And if you have any news, questions, or feedback, you can email us at legionoutriders@gmail.com. Stop by our Facebook page, Facebook/Legion Outriders, or find us out in the world. Jeff, where can people at you?
Just kind of hanging around the Discord every now and then. I pop into the Outriders channel and check to see what's going on. So it's a good spot.
Under the pseudonym of?
No idea.
Cool. Yeah, all right. That's very helpful.
You keep changing it too. So
yeah. All right. You're right. It'd be out of date.
Yeah, I'll have to go through it. So it's
Chaos Theory
J3FF.order99.ini. That's my username. Very easy to remember.
Careful. Do not mistype that because it will take you to a porn site. Dan, how about you, bud?
The deep web, you mean?
Yes.
I am on the Discord as Outrider Dan or DanTech, also managing the Facebook page. And if you are a Patreon, do swing by the meme channel where I throw all the hottest, dankest, freshest memes.
It really is. It's an astounding thing. Yes, or you can find me on Twitter at GRN_Archer or streaming on Twitch at twitch.tv/Captain_Archer. Thank you again, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
This concludes the current episode of the Legion Outriders podcast. You may cultivate a tactical advantage by observing the Outriders on Facebook or Twitter at Legion Outriders. Wisdom advocates subscribing to the podcast. Acting otherwise is reckless.